Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds.
So blind beer number 2. This time it's blind for him. I know what it is. So
into it.
Let's go.
All right. I mean, it's dark. You can kind of see that brownish around the edge a little bit.
I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, and it's got the head's dissipated with just some little bubbles around the edge, but it holds the glass pretty decent. I mean, that's got some alcohol legs to it. Let's get the nose.
Okay.
So the aroma's muted.
Okay. I would agree with that. And it's been out long enough. It's warmed up.
Yeah. So I get kind of this malty, generic kind of, it's not like overly roasted, it's kind of like sweet roasted malt aroma.
Okay.
I mean, there's not much there. I mean, it doesn't smell like a big, bitter, roasty stout.
Okay.
It's kind of more of like just a mild stout or a porter type smell with those just generic, bready, roasted, but I'm not getting a whole lot, to be honest with you.
I agree with you. The first thing I get is kind of roasty but mild roast.
Yeah, very mild. Very mild aroma.
All right, let's
cheers.
See. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. So, definitely, I mean, the taste follows the flavor, or excuse me, the taste follows the aroma. It's got this stout roasted malt flavor. It's not overly bitter like a huge Russian imperial stout.
Okay.
But there's almost something there like a nuttiness to me, like just a generic kind of walnut. It's not really like a hazelnut flavor, but I get this nuttiness to it as well. For a stout, which is as big as I think it's going to be, it's sweeter than your typical just big Russian imperial stout.
Okay.
I don't know if that's maybe a little. It doesn't taste like a milk stout. It doesn't like lactose, but it could be barrel aged, kind of cutting that sweetness or cutting that roasted bitterness flavor down.
Okay. So you mentioned barrel aged.
Yeah.
So you think it's barrel aged?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So I'm guessing. I mean, I would go to the go-to bourbon. It doesn't. It could be like an Apple-Brandy. It doesn't have the sweetness or like rum character. Definitely doesn't taste like tequila. It doesn't have the fruitiness that you get with some of those red wine barrels. I don't know. I mean, it tastes like a barrel-aged stout to me.
Okay.
I get a little bit of heat to it, but it's very drinkable. I'm already going through quite a bit. I still would guess, 11%, 12% in that range.
Okay.
But it drinks very nice. It's a very pleasant beer. Very mild, kind of this semi-sweet chocolate flavor with, like I said, I'm getting this kind of nuttiness, creaminess to it.
Okay. So it's Apple-Brandy barrels, which without knowing that, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you mentioned bourbon versus Apple-Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
I think to me what makes this taste more like Apple-Brandy is I feel like Apple-Brandy barrels imposes some booziness to most beers. I mean, they're overly boozy, and I get that, number one, and it just doesn't have the typical, vanilla-ish.
Yeah, agreed.
So, blind, I probably wouldn't have guessed it, but I mean, I kind of get that it's Apple-Brandy barrels. Plus, it has just a little bit of sweetness to it because of it.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as style, it's a style we haven't tried yet. It's supposed to be a Belgian imperial stout.
Oh, Belgian. See, I didn't get much of that Belgian yeast character to it.
Well, I have to admit, I didn't really do any research to see how much different a Belgian imperial stout is from just a regular stout, but I would assume they use some Belgian yeast.
So I would expect some of those esters, banana, kind of maybe a little bit of a spicy phenolic flavor. Don't really get much of that, but It's very pleasant. It's very easy drinking. I'm liking a 4.33.
Yeah, I was going to say 4.25, 4.33.
Yeah.
I'm right there too. You can't get it up to a 4.5, but you know, it is very easy drinking. I would agree with that. Everything you said, I agree with. To me, it tastes like a decent imperial roasted stout.
Yeah.
Just a little roastiness, but I think the apple brandy barrel cuts that.
Yeah.
Cuts it just enough that it makes it very pleasant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll stick with 4.33. I think it's pretty good. So you want to find out what it is?
Sure.
It's one that
Excited.
recently started getting distributed around here. So this is Oxbow Brewing, and it is in, let's see, where was it? I know I saw it on here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Newcastle, Oxford, and Portland, Maine.
Oh, cool.
So this is called Barrel Aged Infinite Darkness. I figure with a name like that, it had to be awesome.
And I just want to point out, I said between 11 and 12%.
Yeah, it's 11 point. It's exactly between 11 and 12. So you nailed it. Boom.
Oh,
That's why we're the experts.
Better be lucky than good any day. So 16 months, enjoyed within 10 years. Bottled December 2018. Huh. Cool. So it's been 16 months in the barrel, and then bottled in 2018.
Yeah, I couldn't wait that long. So.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good offering from them.
Belgian style, yeah. Let us know. I mean, if what we're talking about is kind of what you guys would think about a barrel, Belgian style, barrel aged imperial stout, or if you've had one that's kind of characteristic. Because I don't, like you said, we haven't reviewed one. I don't know. That's what I would go with. I would be guessing that Belgian yeast would impart some of those characters we talked about. But let us know if you've had one, or if you had this, and what that style kind of characteristically would taste like. Right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Anything else? As always, guys, if it came with beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.